Well, welcome to All Shorts. Yes, this is a bit of a random live. I just thought, what the hell, let's go live. I was going to be going live, sitting in my well seat in the garden, but it keeps raining and it's apparently stormy today. Yes, I'm talking about the weather. Yes, it is going to be wet. So, I've been asked, okay, to do an interview with Richard Donnelly and what was it the way around? Is it
Go
Brendan
live. I was going to
Donnelly
be going live,
and
well seat.
Richard Harrison and of the Reform. Reform. I got you. Rejoin the EU party, which I'm obviously happy to do so. So I've been sort of doing a little bit of research about them, what have you. So I'm not I'm not much clearer, put it like this. And I watched the interview between Max Robespierre and these two, and I still didn't learn anything. So I thought I'd do a little stream about rejoining the EU and just see what you think, because I need some questions to ask them. Now I've got a list. I did a community post with that list, and I have to admit, crikey, it was how to put it, an eclectic mix of opinions and feelings and anti rejoin on behalf of many EU citizens that subscribers to my channel, and I kind of my eyes up a little bit really for crikey how he perceived, for which I've done loads of videos about. As you know, we aren't exactly looked upon too favourably, but you see, the process of rejoining is complicated, and it's the long game. Now I watched this interview with Max, and it did feel a little bit like I'm gonna have to watch this actually. That Brendan and Richard were kind of like having a chat between themselves, and it was quite difficult for Max to actually get his questions across. So I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna have to control them. My hands right next. Anyway, I've got mute button. That's what we need. We need that mute button, or a big glass jar that goes over the top of each of them. They speak. Otherwise, it just becomes a little bit of a chat between themselves, and you don't learn anything. So we need to ask the right questions, and that's the thing I want to do. I want to ask questions such as, I don't know, how are you going to convince the public? How are you going to maybe argument say the process of rejoining the EU? How long do you think it's going to take? Do you think they're just going to open the doors to us and we're just going to walk straight in? Well, we know that ain't going to happen. The European Union and the member states have spent a huge amount of money, haven't they, to accommodate a Brexit that they probably didn't want. Huge amount of money. And also, the loss to many of their, monies and what have you, earned monies to many of their businesses that were trading with the UK. And also, can't forget the fact that we have got a series of trade deals that undermine the principles of the European Union. They'll have to go. So I can't see it being easy. No. I can see it be taking a very long time to get us anywhere near rejoining. And we would have to rejoin under the basis of the original Copenhagen agreement. An agreement was called. Anyway, the Copenhagen. And one sticky point in there, that although every single member state of the EU are already way over, is the national debt. Remember right, it's about 70% or 60 or 70% of the GDP. It can't be over that. Well, UK's over 100%. Just. So we fall flat on our face there straight away. I know all the other member states are as well, but this is about, you can sort of fluff around the edges once you're in, can't you? When you're in the older club, aren't you? When you're in the clubhouse, you can sort of like, so what? So have you, But we're outside now, so we'd have to abide by the rules of joining the EU, because it's not rejoining. So the name of the Rejoin EU party is wrong anyway, to be honest. Because the process it's not just a case of just going back on what was done. The process is literally to start again. And there are questions, and one question I would want is about the Eurozone, about accepting the euro. I've got no problem with that, you know. But the UK, and many people in the UK, would not want to do that. They just got the king, haven't they? They just printed the king on the tenner. Yeah. We've got the king's face, so grey and ugly. Anyway, and his big ears, you know. So look, you've got 2 coins. One on the side of well, actually 3 coins, one on each side. So anyway. But I just don't see the appetite for it. I can see the reasoning for joining the European Union, and the fact that Brexit has been an absolute disaster for the UK. Yeah, it has. Don't try to tell me otherwise, because the economy's shot. Absolutely shot. Keir Starmer, when he becomes the Prime Minister, I say when, because look at the polls today, it looks like a foregone conclusion. They're all coming out with the fact that Labour's going to have a massive majority. The Telegraph poll looks, wow, what the hell's me? That's the Telegraph, you know. So I don't actually see an easy route back. I wish it was, obviously. I'd love to just turn back the clock. But I just cannot see it happening anytime soon. I just can't. And even people who, of the 48% who didn't want to leave in the first place, a lot of them are going to be worried about fueling the divide even further, because you can get the likes of Nigel Farage and stuff like that. He's already been given a magic flying carpet to where he is today, hasn't he? If Cameron didn't put that in his manifesto to have the referendum vote, Nigel Farage would not have the power he's got today. Just wouldn't. Obviously. You know. Anyway, who's in the chat? Oh, I've got the wrong chat up. Blimey. It's frozen. Hello, people. Yeah, I have got the wrong chat up. Oh, silly old me. Which one is it? Why isn't that one refreshing? Oh, hang on. What have I done wrong here? Oh, there it is. Yes. So it's not that one. Oh, it is there. It's come back. Oh, that's weird. All right, anyway. Hello, 91 Lees and Tom and Vinny. I up these. Hello, Jake and Black. Over, well, on Ooze 2,400. And Mark's biggest fan. Oh, hello all. Sorry, watching Scotland get pumped. Ooh. I mean, by Switzerland. Oh, sorry that they lost Germany. Join the EU is so easy. Even eligible countries have spent literally over a decade to do it. What about Turkey? Oh, crikey. Nigel Farage, I'd include them in this little Brexit poster. Yeah. Leave a like before you get comfy, folks. Yeah, boot the old like button, please. Oh, if you'd be most kind. Hello, man. Very, very thanks for this morning, mate. I didn't realise you'd left. I was talking to you. Had things to do. Cheers, buddy. Who mods the mods, though? Yes. Oh, that's a good point, actually. They wield it, they do. Yeah. Mad Monk was doing a little bit, how to put it, deleting messages earlier today on my woodworking channel. And also we had the, oh, crikey. I think Mad Monk's pretty reasonable. He lets a lot of stuff go, and that's fair enough. He knows me, so that's fine. I trust Mad Monk. We got P. Dallas there as well? No, not yet. I think it's about 4 mods on this channel. 4 or 5 mods? Can't remember though. Anyway, yeah. Hello, bitch. Hope you're well. Evening all. It's like I say, it's a bit of a last minute stream. And just to let you know, if you didn't hear me at the beginning, hear me at the beginning of this stream, I've been asked to do an interview with the Rejoin party. They should call it Join Party, but anyway, let's not go there. With the Rejoin EU party, and I put some, I put it on the community feed on the channel, and I got an eclectic mix of opinions, and I literally just watched Max. I'll show you, interviewing them as well. And there we go. There he is. Yeah, so that is Brendan Donnelly, and this is Richard Hewson, who I believe he was. I think that's actually said there. Actually, he went tried to get be London Mayor or something. And we all know who that geezer is at the top here. The one with the shiny head. Sorry, Max. But I have to admit, I didn't really learn much from it. That was the unfortunate thing. It wasn't. At no point did anyone mention about the process of rejoining and whether or not the EU would even want us back. Don't get me wrong. I'm not out there to say no, it's not possible. Well, of course, it's impossible. But we need to be aware and have our eyes wide open on how long it's not how long it's going to take, but what we're going to have to achieve to actually get anywhere near rejoining. And I know there's going to probably be people in the chat here going to say, "No, we don't want you." I want to get back in the EU. I'm sorry, I really do. I hate being outside the club. I want to be in the club, even though I do live here in France. I'm sort of teetering on the edges of the club, but I'm not actually in the club, if you know what I mean. So I'd rather be in the club than outside the club. Things were so much. Well, they're just easier. And then when you consider what's going to be going on, what's going to be happening in the next few weeks regarding the EES system, is just going to fall flat on its face. And then in the ETIS system, which is kind of like it's like a Schengen pass. Actually, not a Schengen pass, is it? Because in the end of the day, it's not to do that, really, is it? Because we're already in. We've got a Schengen pass already, haven't we? Part of the trade cooperation agreement. But anyway, we've got to. As a third country, still going to have to apply for that, which that should be reasonably straightforward, unless you're a criminal. But the EES system is going to be a mess. I'll be really surprised. I hope I can eat my hat, really, but or not. But I just don't see how they're going to get that all. Well, they've already said they're behind. France has said they haven't got their app. When there's no way their app is going to be the bit that's going to collate all the information is not going to be ready. But they're still going ahead. It's all still starting in October unless it gets delayed again. But you've got all these countries, haven't you? Within the EU and within the Schengen area that is going to have to talk to each other. They need to know when you entered the European Union and from what country. If you're doing a tour or something, So it's going to be quite tricky. If you're going to have one system not running properly, and the whole lot is just going to fall flat on its face, isn't it? I don't mean it's going to collapse, but it means they're not going to have the data if it isn't being uploaded. So yeah, it's going to be interesting times. And actually, I could probably show you because I was shown the pictures of the where they're going to be doing all the your fingerprints and your retinal scans and your rectum scans and all that sort of thing. You know where it goes. Yeah. That'll be afterwards. That will. So there you go. So let me have a look. Cause all right. Nope, not that one. I still haven't got my flipping voting, my postal vote yet. So it's a bit annoying. Right. It was shared with me. That's about postal voting. Basically all the buildings they're doing. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Don't they look great? They're still building it now. Right, so there's a few of them, isn't there? It's just a little tiny picture. It sounds like, so say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 just in that picture, what I can see. Little kiosk things. And then we've got, these are the buildings. Can you see all those kiosks in there? They're like tombstones. Like full of tombstones. I should laugh because it's just going to be a nightmare. And everybody's going to have to go through them. If that ain't going to cause delays, I don't know what is. I'm sure the passport stamp is going to be bad enough, but crikey. The whole point of this is supposed, this is supposed to make it quicker and easier. It's like you're gonna have to go through flip and passport control twice. Who's going to validate this? As in, normally, obviously, you can see the border force, what have you, and they take one shifty, a little bit shifty, But you got this thing. It's I don't know if it could be instead or as well as. I don't know yet. But it's going to be interesting. Hello, Babo. Hope you well. It's going to be painful. No special treatment. No. There isn't, unfortunately. We're no longer special. That's not the right one, is it? Chat. There we go. Back up the chat. Back up the chat. Oh, anyway. Oh, there. It will be interesting, I am sure. So all this sort of stuff has been put into place. All these provisions are having to be done because of Brexit. And we want to join again. We want to put in Article 49. That's everything that's in there. Not Article 49 wasn't mentioned once. They're going on about rejoining, but it wasn't mentioned once. I actually felt a bit sorry for Max actually because they just seem to want to talk between themselves. So I'm gonna have to watch that. But obviously I didn't know if Max knew what he's going to be up against. They're obviously comfortable with it, with their own space. But we need to make sure there's a series of questions to ask. And some will be difficult, Some are going to be, wouldn't be able to answer it even, What is their knowledge base? I don't know. I don't know at this stage. I'll do a bit more research on them as a party and their background. We'll see. I think I hope I'm not being offensive. But I think Brendan was a conservative or something. I'm not sure. I think Richard was a bit more liberal. He seemed a bit more liberal. He's a bit more like a bit more fun. Oh, apparently I'm doing Sunday roast this week as well on Maxwell's channel. So there we go. Goal. Oh, they got a goal, did they? Oh, well done. Was it Scotland got the goal? Was it Switzerland? Oh, there. Yeah, Scotland. Oh, they did score. Well done, Scotland. Well done. You can join the European Union now. Have your Article 49 ready. Actually bypass that. You can come straight in. That you can. Oh dear. What a mess we're in. Apart from obviously the fact you just scored the goal, that's brilliant. You had the manifesto. Is the manifesto coming from SNP? What is wrong with it? Is what I meant to say. Oh, hello, just saying. I hope you're well. And Eska Scott. Cafsot? I don't know. Cafsot? What? Would the EU take the UK after all the poop they have caused? I think it's just a process. I don't think there's nothing to stop us doing the process. They can't. I don't think they can actually stop us making the application, but vetoes. That's I can imagine France vetoing. They'll do a Charles de Gaulle on us, and various other countries as well potentially. Yes, I know that. Let's say, for instance, Spain dangle Gibraltar. End of the day, Gibraltar's the border is apparently going to be coming down at some point because the people who are in Gibraltar have had enough of it. So would they have us back? I don't think it's down to whether or not the EU will have us back. I think it's down to whether or not a member state in the EU will actually make it difficult for us to join. But equally, we'll need to go back on a lot of these trade deals, which will probably leave us with a lot of costs, as in reparations and what have you, for a loss of trade. Now, the trade deal, I don't even remember, but when George Useless, he stood up there, didn't he, and tell everybody in Parliament how crap the trade deal was, even though he was there while it was being written up. But one thing he did insist on, to be fair to George Useless, she wasn't quite so useless. He insisted on a 6-month get-out clause. So the Australian trade deal does have a 6-month get-out clause. So we can just basically, effectively 6 months, we walk away if we want. But none of that stuff is going to happen, is it? Until we have a referendum, I suppose, or it's going to put in the manifesto. Not Labour ain't going to do it, are they? And we're likely to be left Labour for at least 2 terms. Will Labour... Will they go back to what they've said about, no, we're not rejoining, we're not doing single market, we're going to rewrite the deal? Oh, I said renegotiate it, but that sounds like a bit one-sided to me. There is no renegotiating it. Now, the other thing is, I was listening on LBC yesterday when I was driving my son back to the airport. Nigel Farage was doing this little spiel, going on about Labour and what have you, but also he mentioned that. Oh, I lost my train of thought now. Blimey's back right. Do you know what it is? Because I mentioned Nigel Farage. He's screwed my head already. Yeah. But there ain't no just flicking the switch, is there? So I'll come to me a minute. I need a drink, that's what I need. Yeah. Let's have some tea. I'm losing my voice already. So yes, series of questions. Have you got what questions would you like to ask in this interview with the Rejoin EU party? For instance, what would it mean to Scotland's independence if the UK did join the EU as a second-time member? Not member as in member as a member of, you know what I mean. Oh, you saucy devils, you. Down we come. Oh, got 30 here. I'm sure you got something to say, ain't you? 30 ain't that keen, are you? It does make me tickle, I must say. Hello, Purity Vendetta. Hope you're well. I know the UK will still exist by the time the application to join starts. By how things are going, Brexit has destroyed everything my partner and I worked for and stolen. Yeah. Well, I've had similar problems. I live in France, obviously, as you know, but I've had similar problems. You know, my business literally just fell flat on its face. I lost my customer base. You know, I'm sort of building up again now. So it's big changes, but also bugs your head up. You know, because you get a little bit down about it, don't you? Big time actually. When you what am I going to do now? And then you think, how am I going to? Yeah, where am I going to get how do you rebuild your customer base? You know, it's not easy. But it's happening again, so it's not too bad. Imagine the UK joining and then demanding all the EU institutions back that had to leave the UK due to Brexit. Oh my God. All the institutions that were based in the UK. What about things like, I don't know, crash dummy testing? You know? CE marks. What about the EU reach? No one's going to talk about this stuff anymore. It's crippling businesses. It really is. They don't own the data. And the same with CE marks and stuff like that. We can say this, that, and the other in the full for sale in the UK, but you can't sell it anywhere else. You know, we're still remember the UK CA mark. We were going to have our own mark, safety mark on goods, so the eyeballs don't fall out of kids' dolls. Yeah, but no, it's we've still got the CE mark because no one talks about that anymore, do they? All these so-called benefits of leaving the European Union and the so-called sovereignty. We're still using EU terminology and certifications that only apply to the UK, though. Even though it's just ridiculous. If we make something in the UK, all right, we have to take it to the EU and get it tested over there to get their mark. and then it'll work. It'll be fine in the EU, but also in the UK. But if we say in the UK, oh, this is now CE marked and UKCA marked or whatever, it's still only any good in the UK. It's not. It's no good anywhere else because the UK CE mark means nothing. It doesn't mean anything at all. It has no value. So it's all these. It's just everything's become more difficult and has pushed the cost of everything up. Now, although our GDP hasn't changed much, our profit in that GDP, you heard me say it so many times, our profit, which leads to our tax take, is drastically reduced. It just is. So anyone's trying to tell me, oh, we've got growth. Growth of what? We've got growth of costs. It's stupid. The whole thing is absolutely stupid. And those keep trying to justify it. And when I put that, I think Brexit type people leave comments and stuff like that as well, you know. And it says, oh, where's all the poverty then? And all that sort of stuff. It's stupid questions. Like, you sort of reply, well, you know, there was 1 million food bank parcels handed out to children. That sounds a bit like poverty to me. Destitution, you know. We didn't have this volume of food banks, did we? And now we've got like 2,000 of them. This is with Trussell Trust. So, anyway, where was I? I don't want to leave people out in the chat, you know. I'll get told off. It's a bit of a hangout, this one. It's a bit of a hangout. That's right. We're hanging out, right, guys? Gals? And they? Oh, dear. Oh, well, what have I missed? What do you say, Vertigo? Come on. France still remembers how the UK destroyed their submarine deal with Australia, that they did. And, yeah, so Macron got a text. A text! To say that the deal's cancelled. Because France was going to be building a load of subs. And then, yeah. It was to do with this new AUKUS thing, wasn't it? So, yeah, you're right, they're very cute. France is obviously not going to be very happy about that. And it does leave foul taste in people's mouths. I will never forgive or forget. Never surrender, yes, to the Brextards. I will not either, Purity. Vendetta. Most definitely not. I find it very difficult. And when people tell me, don't call them names, I'm sod it. I don't care anymore. Sod them. They're a bunch of gammons, all right? I got called a racist earlier because I called some gammon as if it was a race. It's like saying being German's a race. You know, it's just ridiculous. These people are just, I'm sorry, they're also fake. They just are. They're just, it's either that or they're just, they've gone so far down that old rabbit hole, you know, that sort of like tribal mentality. You know, Dunning-Kruger effect. There's no coming back from them. Some people you can't change. They need to see the burning bush. Not that one, no, the other one. Oh. Norway told, oh, crikey, didn't they just? Oh, Gavin, Norway. Oh, no, you're not, said Norway. There'll be trouble if you do. Yeah, Norway didn't want the UK to have a Norway deal, did they? So there's all these things that have to be considered. Not just division within the UK, further division between the city people, but also division will be reignited.
Smaller in number, are we?
Oh,
but larger in mind.
Will be reignited between the UK and and EU member states. We've got number 3. What do you say? Hey, nice, like. Cheers, buddy. Hello, Gingers. Hope you're well. Yeah, beat the old like button. Yeah, I put it the wrong way around. I might have to change that. That's irritate me that way around. I'm going to move it. Where is it? Yeah, I don't like it there now. I've got to move it around. I'm going to do that. All right. Oh, it's got down now. Wait, oh, crikey, come back. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, crikey, now back it right up. That's it. So what, let's make it smaller. And I might be able to move it. Why is it all the way up there? I know you can't see it, but okay. That's annoying. I might have to stay there. Let's put it there. Okay, let's put it. Alright, that's not so bad, is it? Alright. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, it keeps turning off. I'm going to have to pause it. Oh, there is. Oh, God, but that mess it right up. There you go. Oh, look. Is it me? Or was it back to front now? That was not what I had in mind. There you go. Oh, dear. I'm just making things worse, aren't I? But just leave it there, Marcus. Just leave it there. That'll do there. A bit bigger now. Okay, fine. Oh, here's number 3. Brain drain. Yes, is that as well? God, this is actually a really good point, actually. These are all questions that we could ask. Now, this interview with Max and these two was only got 23 minutes long. I don't think that's long enough. And also wasn't structured enough, so we need to make sure we ask questions. Hopefully I can control them. I've never done this before, so I might make a hash of it, you know. But if we can make a good interview, maybe it'll do well. We'll see. To be fair, the interview on Max's channel didn't actually do that well.
Smaller in number, are we?
Channel, he's got
But larger in mind.
And he only got like 7.6 thousand views on it, so it's not a lot for Max at all. Perhaps EU will have the UK back, but less so. But not all of it, maybe. You mean like or just Scotland? Maybe that's what happened. You know what? I wanted to do my live stream outside, but the sky has gone black. It's supposed to be having a storm, so I decided against it in the end. It's got to do a bit early on, but you know, it's mirrored now. Yeah, I know. Oh, there. Yes, UK CA backlog. Backlog was 30 years. Well, that was never going to happen, was it? It's hot here as hell here, and now we just had fun. Literally just a second. Just had fun. We're supposed to have a storm today, Gingers. So yeah. I'm starting making new signs and stuff. I've got another laser. You see, people keep sending me lasers, and I knocked that one up. My woodworking channel there. That's the first thing I burnt on my 3rd laser. I've got 3 blooming laser machines now. Oh, I keep evaluating them. You see. And I think that could work quite well for the signs where there's a lot of black, effectively. So we're going to be renewing all the signs for the rewilding that we're doing. All the trees. Yes, I've got a barrel load of signs to go in now as well, so that's quite cool. But I might even redo them, do them more like that, a bit darker. We welcome some of the world's brightest minds, says Tom Finney, to all our universities. But I'm sad that your business is in a hiatus. Yes. But we don't let the family stay. And that's what they're going to stop, isn't it? Farage has been going on about that as well. He says, yeah, about as part of his manifesto. Oh my God, that manifesto. They didn't just have flipping manifesto. What the hell are they thinking? Barney, have I got it here? Where is it? Not that. There was a really racist post, obviously not surprising, by Farage. Well, actually, by the Reform Party. I'll just find it for you. I don't know if you're saying it, but it was. Yeah. I put Reform in. The first thing coming up was Lee Anderson. There we go. Reform Party, okay? Is it still there? Have they deleted it? Have they deleted it? I'm looking. Oh, it's not on there. It's not. They might have got rid of it because they probably got a load of squid about it. It was extremely racist. Yeah, they got rid of it, I think. I've done the Let's have another look. We'll have a look at this Article 49 in a minute as well. Reform UK. Right. Latest. They're a bunch of. Oh my God. Just a sec. There's something done by Joe. Let's have a look at what Joe's done. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. I haven't seen this yet, so hopefully it's all right.
Absolutely outrageous.
That's made me skin stand up. That's horrible.
You gotta love a grifter, man. You gotta respect that.
Ian Gribben said that Britain would be in a far better state today had we taken Hitler up on his offer of neutrality.
Oh, for fuck's sake, are you making these up?
No, genuinely, like
Jesus Christ, they're a bunch of lunatics, aren't they?
It's crazy, isn't it?
there's one guy who was found guilty of causing unnecessary suffering to a dog after he kicked it.
Good that he's been found guilty.
It's just absolutely horrendous.
One candidate, Robert Lomas in Barnsley North,
Okay.
said black people in Britain were grifting the race card and should get off your lazy arses to stop acting like savages.
Well, I don't know. If you met me, I think you would probably have a different opinion.
You know, it's shocking in this day and age.
That was, I've got to give him his dues. That was a civilised response. That really was. It wasn't very savage, was it? Blimey.
That people can think that is acceptable.
Mark Burka, who's the candidate for Kensington and Bayswater, he asked if Ghislaine Maxwell was doing the girls who trafficked a favour.
Oh my God! Hell, that's prison.
God.
Instant prison.
Suggested girls at 13 may be more sexually mature than at 17.
No.
That's made me skin stand up. That's horrible.
They're obviously always going to have these sort of the nutters who are going to be in the favour of BNP who've got to pivot somewhere else afterwards, and that's just what reform are now, realistically. Just the BNP reborn.
Yep, they are, aren't they? British Nationalist Party. Blimey. It's interesting to see people's responses when they're being interviewed and being asked these questions, or being told what these things have been said. It's actually fascinating, really, to see people's reactions. If I was in the UK, I'd love to do that, but I'm not. So, there you go. Dora, I've already given you a treat. Well, Pandora's pestering for treats, she is. Yeah, I'll just gave her a treat. I'll give you another one. What do you want, baby girl? Do you want a treat, or do you need something else? That's the last one. No more treats for you. God. Oh, women, eh? No more. God. She must be hungry. She shouldn't be. She's had her food. And she's the greedy little urchin, that one is. Alright, so where is it? Oh, what shows poster from the Reform Party? Oh, God, they are a bunch of crazy people, aren't they? Absolute bunch of nutcases. Oh, crikey. I don't know if I'll share that with you or not. There you go. I'll find that in a minute. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a moment. Anyway, let's first do the chat. The chat first. But you can move. But can you move over? It's stifling. Although when you drive outside, it's very nice for that. Has it been really muggy over there? What about in the United States? Is it really muggy? No, it's really humid. What about in the UK? Is it really humid? Because it's been horrible here today. When we had nice sunny weather and what have you, it's been lovely, but a bit overcast actually. But so humid. It was quite uncomfortable. It was that humid. Let me just in the. There you go. I got my summer haircut today. Ooh, just in time. It's super short now. Do you look like Sinead O'Connor? But true. She's gone now, isn't she? I love Sinead O'Connor. Anyway, yeah, the hair that is obviously, she's like. I don't. They'd want us as France and its own businesses to look after you. That's the thing, is they're not really talking about it here anymore. They really aren't. They're not that interested. And it's almost like they just they're having to talk about it only when they have to. Did I get that right? Anyway, they're not talking about it unless they have to. All right. Yeah. You could look into moving the business and hiring there if you're already shut down here. You'd get some breaks in the UK. Well, I'm already here in France. My main business in the UK, I shut that down years ago before we moved over. But I was doing here, I was building a lot of windows, doors, shutters and stuff like that. Woodwork, basically. Machine work. And unfortunately, when Brexit happened, my customer base, which was mainly English, not by choice, just how it happened. You know, just people would contact me. I just, I'm not choosing who I'm doing work for, and my business was based on new customers because a lot of the work I was doing is for renovation properties, and once they're renovated, aren't they? So I was doing like complete fit outs, oak windows and stuff like that, and heavyweight, front doors and stuff like big old heavy stuff with big old stunts in. Really lovely work. I enjoyed it. Really nice stuff. But unfortunately, it dried up, and I'd have to change my business model to accommodate many of the French in this area anyway, because they're not going to spend the money. I don't think I'd get enough work. I'm pretty certain of that, actually. Otherwise, I'd have some from the French, because it wasn't because I wasn't trying to promote to the French. They did some work for the French, to be fair. They did, but not to the degree I did for the English and Dutch as well. I was quite busy. But anyway, I have to get over all that, won't I? I'm all depressed about it. Been warmish today. Warmish, say Vendetta. Hello, Vendetta. Hope you're well. Check e-residency program in Estonia. You can open a company there, and then you are inside the EU. You can open the shop somewhere. Oh, that's interesting. What is it in here at the moment? Have I got? Actually, I don't know if I even got in there. She's nicked it. My thermometer's gone. Oh, I bet it's the wife. I bet she took it. Not quite sure the kind of shortness. Oh dear. Do you look at Malta? Oh. No, I don't. No, I haven't. But I haven't been to Malta. My dad went to Malta, actually. He liked it because it was like it was like English almost, apart from the crazy buses. But the thing, I don't want to move. I'm here. This is where I live, And also, we're doing this rewilding here. I can't leave that. That's something we're gonna have to stay here long term because we've got to look after it. So yeah. If we put their hands to the farmers, they're not going to care about it, are they? They're not going to care about all the flipping bird boxes I put in, and all the hedgehog houses and stuff. They don't care about that stuff. No, they're just big trash. So, to be fair, actually, we do have people who there's like a bird. What do you call it? Like a bird sanctuary organised. Anyway, like a trust. I said like a trust, like bird trust. And it's actually based in just down the road here, which is quite. The only thing is they're all anti-wind turbines and anti-solar and stuff like that. It don't make any sense, It really doesn't. I don't get all that. I really don't. Oh, now it's started raining. Oh dear. No, I haven't looked into Malta. No, I don't want to move. So whether I do, I'll try and do it from here. And also, I've got health issues. So it's like I've got fibromyalgia, and it's causes me all sorts of blooming jib, including my voice. If you watch my earlier videos and hear me now, my voice is buggered. And because I'm doing constantly chatting, talking, it's because fibromyalgia and my hypothyroidism. Basically, I'm just buggered, buggered. My company is in Estonia. If anyone has any questions, I highly recommend it. Just think about paperwork. Everything can be done online automatically. Only a little bit close to Russia. Bit too close to Russia for my liking. A little bit of distance. Not supposed to really matter with these missiles, mind, but Estonia is open 24/7, and the government actually helps companies making everything smooth. That's interesting. That's how it should be, It did change a little bit actually when Labour was in power. Like the HMRC really softened their stance. But these days, it's just very arrogant. Really, really arrogant. When I get that, because I've still got a certain amount of stuff going on in the UK, tiny amount. And when I get that from HMRC, when I phone them up, maybe they just haven't got time, I suppose. But He's just so arrogant to me. So arrogant and cold, you know. Yeah, asking questions for God's sake. Texas in Estonia is the best in the world. You do like Estonia. Russia is collapsing, says Vertigo. Quite possibly. Do anyone watch? Oh crikey, what's his name? There's a Russian guy. He's fled Russia. I think he's in Poland at the moment. And he's got a YouTube channel about what's going on in Russia and obviously the war in Ukraine and stuff like that. And it's called Russia something, or Russia Today, or something. I know what it's called. Not Russia Today. It's news. It's TV. RT News. But anyway, I don't know if anyone watches him. I can't remember his name. But he's very. He seems a very good guy. He seems to know what he's talking about. He has to flee, basically. You know, because he's going against the Kremlin. The FSB. Ah, yes, Malta's next colony, yeah. Do they have red letterboxes? There we go. What have I missed? Have I missed anything? Anyway, let's have a look at this flipping Article 49. Now, well, not just Article 49. How do we go about joining the European Union? I say joining, not rejoining now. Joining. Yeah. So. I don't expect to be too many people today. No, I haven't planned it, and I've already put videos out today. So, did we get a notification? Because you probably, I wouldn't be surprised if not many notifications went out. I didn't really expect it, to be honest. Is somebody looking in here? Is there somebody else here that, you know, hiding and sending me messages via WhatsApp? Oh dear. Where's WhatsApp? Let's have a look. What does he say? No, Nigel Farage on Russia Today, though. Crikey. To reload. Oh, why does that have to take so long? Right, there we go. There we are. Right. So. Oh, here we are. Found it. Pouring out there. I've got a leak in my flipping workshop roof as well. I thought I saw that last year. And I've got tiles. I've got these old rubbishy tiles. Old Romany, canal tiles, and they slip in the wind. A nightmare. Right. Anyway, rejoining the EU. Rejoining. Oh, even they're saying that. Blimey. Institute for Government. Article 49 of the Treaty of the European Union establishes how the country can join the EU. Now, so it's a treaty, alright? Article 49 of the Treaty of the European Union establishes how the country can join the EU, but there's a bit you've got to do before that. Now, as the UK left the EU on 1st January 2020, it is now with love from Russia? Might be, I can't remember. It is now considered a third country under the EU law. Yes, third country, third rate. Right? If it wanted to join the EU one day, the UK would join through the framework set out by Article 49. But Article 49 is only a part of the membership process, just a part. And 1993, Copenhagen Criteria, that's it. Also outlines some of the requirements. That's like the first bit you're supposed to do. You know, if you don't meet the Copenhagen Criteria, you might as well not bother with Article 49. You need to do that first. I don't think that's up for negotiation, to be honest. You could try, but, you know, we've got that debt thing, haven't we? We've got our national debt. So anyway, it also outlines some of the requirements for EU membership. Candidate states may also be subject to other specific conditions. Oh, what does the Article 49 say? Well, under Article 49, any country applying to become an EU member state must meet the following criteria. Be a European state, which we are. Yes, is that the thing with the Brexiters and these numpties, isn't it, you know? Oh, the Europeans. You are one. You know? You're in Europe. No, no. God's sake. Anyway, respect. What respect have they shown? I'm just waiting. Do you know of any? I would argue that Theresa May was respectful. You know? But post Theresa May, the whole thing with the pot, respect's got thrown out the window. And commit to promote Article 2, including the human dignity. Let's have a part of the treaty here. Human dignity. Rwanda flights? How dignified was that? Or undignified? The Bibi Stockholm? How undignified is that? The verbal abuse that the European citizens get from, well, basically racists. The Reform Party. Very hateful people, aren't they? I have to admit, I don't particularly like them either. I can't, I don't know why, but I just don't. Alright, I think because it's, partly because it's affected my life, and my wife, my kids, and I do have a bit of resentment towards them. I've got to admit it, yes. There's things I would like to do to them. But I ain't got a boat that's got barnacles. Yeah, below the waterline. No. So I could kill all of them. That's what I'd like to kill all of them, one by one. Is that legal? Obviously, it ain't going to happen. So anyway, human dignity, freedom, democracy. Well, we ain't got democracy. Does it mean say we have proportional representation? We haven't got democracy in the UK. It's fake democracy. Just because we say it's democracy, doesn't mean say it is. Equality. I would say we're making major strides forward. Things we're getting good regarding equality. If we're talking about trans rights and stuff like that as well, you know. We basically pushed the racists under the little stone. Just people got on with each other, you know, generally speaking. On the whole, I don't think it was that bad. I didn't really come across much in the way of nasty racism. You know, okay, we have got a bit of history, haven't we? You know, that White Minstrel Show, Robinson's Jam, you know, Ring a Ring of Rosies, you name it. There's we've got a great past, haven't we? But you know, I think we moved on from that, didn't we? You know, no more gollywogs on the Robinson's Jam. No. Now, the rule of law. You could argue we have got a rule of law. You know, it's a bit broken at the moment because, you know, we're not sending people to prison. You know? And we let them out early without any without anyone to no one assigned to them. And human rights. That's the thing they want to get out of, isn't it? ECHR and all that, you know. They want, you know, this is the thing I just, that really boggles my mind, it does. How people go on about the ECHR and human rights. They're human rights as well. Do they realise those rights are there for them? They seem to think that it only applies to everybody else, the people they don't want with brown faces. Crazy. And specifically, minority rights, pluralism, non-discrimination. What play discrimination going on? Richie Sunak's constantly doing it, you know, causing a divide and tribalism and all that. Tolerance, justice, solidarity, and equality. Well, that's Richie Sunak again. He obviously we all got equality with Richie Sunak. Yeah, how much is he worth? More than the king. We've got to have his application unanimously approved by the Council of the EU, which is made up of member states. That's a sticky point there, I think. Yeah, Vertigo is already going to be voting against it. Isn't it right, Vertigo? Going to veto us, aren't you? You're going to become an MEP just to veto us. Have its application by the majority vote in the European Parliament. So that's before we get anywhere. So we've got to abide by the Copenhagen Criteria, and be approved by the majority vote in the European Union, in a way that we've been, I say, as a democracy, as a country, how we've been treating people from the EU. They didn't even get a proper flippin' residency card, did they? Now, I live in France, and I have a carte séjour, and it's got my picture on it. It's a proper little card. And also, you sign all my biometrics and stuff as well. And that was fun. But you see, oh, who's that? We got what? We've got a leak. Not a green leak. I knew we were going to have a leak, Caroline. There's so much. Oh, God, it's come down like good. It's like someone's just cut the bottom out of a bath. Yeah, it ain't no good out there. Behind me. So there's a lot of rain. So. She's panicking now. Right, so. You could move it over and I would. Oh, yeah, I don't want to move because I can't move the trees. There we come. Oh, what have I missed? What have I missed? I see some all shorts mentioning hell. Not quite that. Okay, I've done that one already. Down we come. The chat. With the massive bank balance, just planning. Well, without a massive bank balance. Oh, I see. Oh, but you see my bank balance, you'll see it. My God, it's horrendous. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to move anyway. I'm sure it's lovely there, but yeah, we do want to move. And also, this is ideal with the kids and stuff. You say it's not too far if they want to drive over from the UK to visit, if they get past the biometrics. But also, well, fine. The airport it's quite close. So. I don't know if Caroline would want to move to Estonia. It's finally a holiday for black people called Juneteenth. What? It's a celebration of the slaves that were eventually emancipated from Texas. Oh, that's interesting. All right, of course you need an accountant, and that is monthly paid starting from €50. So it's not too bad, is it? Yeah, well, I'm not going to be moving anytime soon, but it's actually quite interesting. You can do it that easily, then. To be fair. Near millions. All right. Anyway, where were we? So, have his application approved. So, what are the 1993 Copenhagen Criteria? We need this before we can do anything. If we don't meet that, we're not going to get anywhere near, are we? It's a tick boxing exercise, and it's going to take some time, isn't it? Ain't going to happen straight away, is it? It just ain't. Right, there we come. So, these criteria were decided at the European Council meeting in Copenhagen in 1993, and they are additional requirements that a candidate country must meet to become a member state of the EU. Now, you think like, for instance, Turkey's been trying for ages, haven't they? But they keep getting turned down because human rights abuses and stuff like that. They don't meet the criteria. Political. Broadly the same values are those outlined in 2, so obviously democracy, with an additional requirements for sound institutions. Well, that's the government. That's Westminster gone. That's House of Commons gone, and the House of Lords that's gone. Robust checks and balances. We don't have that. For Christ's sake, they found drugs. And flipping Leslie, what's his face? He said that, we're going to investigate. Nothing happened. Just, you brush it under the carpet. No one's talking about that. Just like those poor souls who've been drowned in Greece. Someone told me I was lying on that. That was a BBC investigation. Okay. Which was it got in the news, and no one's talking about it. You'd think that, in the UK, they think, oh, if they can do it, we can. You think it'd be in their manifesto for the Reform Party, wouldn't you? Absolutely shocking. That the Coast Guard, you're not just talking about one person, are you? You're talking about the Coast Guard. They get their instructions from somewhere, probably the government. The economic and a functioning and a resilient market economy. Okay, it's not particularly brilliant at the moment, but that certainly would turn a corner quite quickly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Copenhagen Criteria are the rules that define whether a country is eligible to join the European Union. Put on my voice now. I've told you before. I think I'm having it. I'll be connected. Good. Phew. Get worried then. But I'll disconnect briefly. Phew. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It was raining. That something's bound to get wet, and all the electrical trip out, wasn't it? So would the UK have to meet any other conditions, possibly? Well, that's very good to pretend what conditions are placed upon them by other member states, I would have thought. So, open accession talks. The accession process could take 8 years. Actually, I did know, but what was... I forgot. Shortest EU accession, sorry. Okay, which country had the minimum number of years? The current minimum is 5. And I'll have to bring it over a bit because I can't see it. Hang on, just do that card. This was offered by a number of nations such as Belgium, Finland, Sweden, Ireland, Latvia, and that's on core of mind. And the Netherlands. So, under certain additional conditions varying from which country, and believe in some instances it can be less than 5 years. It's going to take us longer than that just to get everything in order, ducks in a row. And the thing is, are they going to expect everything to be tickety-boo before we even put our application in? And then we're going to have a referendum vote. I don't think, if we are going to rejoin, by the time we get everybody on side, I don't think it's going to be my lifetime. I really don't. I'm gone next week. Back into the old chat. There you go. We'll need to comply with everything. No cherry picking whatsoever. I think it pretty much will have to. I think there will be a little bit of room for negotiation. There always is, isn't there? Depending on what you've got to offer and what the benefits are to the EU. I would hope they would they would have conditions such as no Nigel Farage MEP. This is going to have to be that he made their lives flipping hell, didn't he? What an anomaly. That man was just pain. Absolute pain in the derriere. And then we got the flipping UKIP, or Leave, or EU Party, whatever it was, MEPs. The problem is sound people who normally vote soundly don't seem to vote in the European elections. And then they complain. And then they say things like, oh, it ain't diplomatic. Unelected they are. What a load of rubbish that is. We've got a House of Lords, Obviously, everyone should be drinking wine with an R2D2 glass. Tory traitors, that they are, yes. Labour could prosecute Nazi fascists and Tory traitors. They could, but you know what happens? Nothing. Whenever a government takes over, they never seem to prosecute those previous governments, unlike in France. Like Sarkozy, for instance. He went around with his ankle bracelet on. God. Ollie? How's your little boy? You want a treat now, don't you? You're the only one in there. There, my fella. My body. There you go, boy. So, yeah. Oh, God, man. She has got, like, crazy hearing. I saw her again. I only can't see her because she won't jump up. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Right, so even a small EU country has the UK over a barrel. Yeah, because any member state, it has a veto. It's what have we got to offer? We can't be that ball and chain again, can we? We can't be constantly, vetoing things that we don't. Well, it seems to me that veto every thing, when it. It's farage for you, isn't it? Even a small EU country has the UK over a barrel. During the ascension process, the only negotiations are about the EU will accept, about what the EU will accept as sufficient to reach the next step. That makes sense. I think they would tone down on some of the criteria. I think they would. Because there is an argument to say, well, no one else is doing it, so why do you expect us to? Such as the national debt, for instance. So I think there is room for negotiation, but we're so far off the mark, especially now with these flippant trade deals and the way we're treating people. We're so far off the mark. So let's say, for instance, Keir Starmer's secret plan was to start the process of rejoining the European Union. He would have a lot to do. A hell of a lot to do. Ukraine is going to all be joining before we do. Just will. Top smoke, we will. No smoking, no drinking on a snow. Oh no, okay. On a school night. There we come. How are you, top smoke? Hope you're well. Hey, wait, yeah. I need a poem or something. UK will never be part of the Eurozone. Yes, that is a very big point. UK has pissed off everyone in the Eurozone. Well, yeah, they have, because they obviously sort of hold on to the pound for a start. And they constantly wave that about, don't they? And obviously with the bank and all that. I was listening to Richie Sunak earlier on LBC Radio. And he kept going on about how bad the economy is in how bad Labour-controlled Wales has been doing regarding the economy and growth and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but England has got... It's got London. It's got the city. You know? If anyone's going to have growth first, it's going to be the city. It's crazy. These people just think we're thinking idiots. The problem is there is a large swathe of the population in the UK that just doesn't think. And that's the same in all countries, let's be fair. It's not just the UK. But there is people in general. There's lots of people who are, because they're not interested, I suppose, and there's another reason why we should be teaching politics in schools. You know, could be a part of, I don't know, cultural studies or something. I'm not saying go that full head on, but, just have something there. They understand how things work. And so they can start pushing for UBI. And maybe, I don't know, proportional representation, give us our first past the post shit. Oh, crikey. And that's when parties like the Reform Party, I keep saying Reform as well, to be fair, but the Rejoin the EU Party. I think their website needs to be a bit more dynamic, though. Yeah, Rejoin the EU Party. Come on. And the server's slow. It's a bit of a childlike website. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Brexit isn't working. I suppose that is a message, Rejoin EU on the 4th of July. It's not going to happen, is it? That's the thing. They know that, to be fair, when they were speaking with Max. But I would have liked to have heard more about, yes. Oh, yeah, thank you, Spotlight. Did send that over regarding Max's, in Spotlight, Max's interview with the Rejoin Party. And I have to admit, I don't think I didn't learn anything from it. to be honest. It didn't tell me anything, unfortunately. And Max's fault. It's just they just seemed to want a natter between themselves. It seemed. Article 49 wasn't even mentioned. Copenhagen Criteria wasn't even mentioned. State of the country. The fact that it's not ready. A lot needs to happen before it could even consider it. And you got to win people over for the idea, you know. Do people really want another referendum vote? You could write it on the bus, couldn't you? What was it now? 10 billion a week to the NHS. Argument's sake. So, oh my god. I hate it when we get these sites, they move about, we get scrolling about, I don't like it at all. Don't do that. Donate. I suppose actually this site would work well on the mobile phone, to be fair. One of them is, I think the other one's a bit more liberal. Actually, there might be. I think they are former Tories, but I'm not writing just because they're Tories. I'm not going to write people off just because, you know, they're Conservatives. To be fair, not all Conservatives have been like this lot. You know, I don't know, I've never voted for Conservatives. Thank God. But this bunch is just so foul, it's unreal. And for Richie Sunak to go on about how well he's done, just look at my record. Yeah. I think his record's stuck. Oh. Now, I'd hope whoever it is will do the right thing. End of the day, they're like one trick pony at the moment, aren't they? You know, Rejoin, just like Leave.eu, one trick party, one trick pony, and you got not party, obviously, because it's a campaign. The Brexit party, they changed it to Reform UK, one trick pony. Just like, you know, Boris Johnson is a one trick pony, and you know, get Brexit done. You know,
let's get Brexit done.
And if they are the route back in, it might encourage some people, but it's not going to be enough. The only thing they could do, if they can get enough votes, people have to listen. You know, they're never going to get a seat, though, are they? I can't say it. No, besides, it's too young, and so many people just don't want to bring up. They just don't. They don't want another referendum. It's almost like, oh yeah, I've got Brexit now. We've got to put up with it. It's just as it is now. Make of it what you will, I suppose. Yeah, I hate websites that scroll across. You don't even get a chance to, you know, look at it. As soon as the page refreshes, let me show you. As soon as the page refreshes, so good that come back, it scrolls over. I hate that. That's the eyes in. So I've just seen his Mr. Donnelly's face, and then it moves on to. I don't like that at all, personally. But we'll see. You know, if they can do it, they can do it, can't they? But well, I think we're going to be very sceptical. In some ways, you could argue that Labour is the best route back as it stands, because they're going to be the ones in power. How do you convince Labour? Tell you what my son said to me. He said, "Dad, the only way back into the EU is for the UK to completely fall flat on its face." I can't argue with that. You know, start from the ground up. Try and fix things. Stop raining, good. Because we've got that blinking leak in my workshop. It's very annoying. Caroline came in, she was panicking. Trying to join the EU while leaving the European Court of Human Rights. Yeah, well, they ain't done that yet, to be fair. I think Starmer isn't going to do that. You know, Richie Sunak hasn't done it yet because he probably can't do it. You know. Oh, got a woman in a dressing gown. Oh, that's it. Oh, crikey, go for it. Oh, yes. Oh, that's the spot. That's go. Oh, a bit lower. Oh, a bit lower. The shoulder blades. Shoulder blades. Oh, what? What you got? Are you bored? You go to bed. What's wrong? You go to bed. No, night.
I think I've put things on all the legs, but maybe you can check after you're finished.
You put things on. Okay, check. It stopped raining now, so that's a good sign. Yeah. I'm going to have to get on the roof. Right, where was I? Crikey, what's that again? Oh, crikey, table dancer. Oh, was she a German singer? Oh, actually not that old. My dad used to love it. Christian Cruz says, even a small EU country has the UK overpowered. Oh, you said that one, didn't you? But you are right. Was this the OnlyFans channel? Yes, they are. They are the OnlyFans. Someone said that about me earlier on my woodworking channel. Have you got an OnlyFans? Because of all my crazy videos. Hello, Andrew Evans. Hope you're well. Topsbook says S&P are a one-trick pony. To get on the gravy train, you could argue that. S&P say the same about a lot of these parties, you know. But then they have to. But they have got policies. They have actually got policies. I don't think they've actually got much. I can't see a manifesto on there. That's a good point, actually. Have they got a manifesto? It should say on the website, manifesto. Is the manifesto rejoin or join the EU? Because there is not a manifesto. I might be wrong. They get out there, you know. Says in Spotlight. In the Spotlight, keep sending me stuff via WhatsApp, which is very much appreciated. Thank you. I can't always respond, just so you know, but I do obviously I see all the messages. But thank you. 100,000 votes for Rejoin in the London mayoral election. And that would have been Richard Harrison. Apparently. So there you go. I want to see a manifesto. Like you say, it's obviously a one-trick pony then. So I don't think you're going to get enough people vote for you if it does just become a protest vote. Norfolk Avenue! Is that in Norfolk? I don't think so. I'm from Norfolk, you see. We're supporting pro-EU candidates across the country. Okay. I suppose at this stage it's just about getting out there, isn't it, really? And seeing how the land lies. The other way of looking at this, so the longer it takes to get anywhere near joining, the further away we are going to be from the EU. And it won't be just a case of reversing it through stupid trade deals. It's going to be a bit more complicated than that, unfortunately. I don't like Brexit. I don't like Brexit. I don't like Brexit. That's better than Mondays, isn't it, eh? Right. Well, you were going, sorry, just a second, my dog's out. Who let the dogs out? Come on then. Stormy out there it is. I think it's past actually. I might be wrong, but I hope it is anyway. Brexit, get off the bus. Only fans for powered ventilation. The Scots fell for the English better together. Well, in 2014. Well, they were lied to, weren't they, quite frankly? And also, delays in the vote and stuff. Yeah, getting the vote and postal votes and stuff like that. The Scots fell. Okay. Point taken, VK. Apologies, but I didn't realise that you were in the EU. I'm jealous. Scotland is still dragging its feet. It's dragging its feet, but it's not, at the moment, it's not Scotland's. Well, I suppose it would be. It had more of a majority. But Labour's made some gains, isn't it? So, we'll see. We'll see. June 2025, this is very cool, is completely out of our financial system, such as the euro clearing, and all the 4 freedoms are fully gone, so we can actually do what we EU want. Now, it looks like the euro clearing is going to be spread across a variety of banks in Paris, in Germany, what have you, in Netherlands, and probably anyway, banks in the EU. They're going to take shares of it. So it's going to be interesting times. It's a massive chunk and a big loss of control from the city, London. Such a mess. Such a mess. So Westminster is not allowing Scotland democracy after Brexit. I say no, we'd be off. Yeah, we're off. Obviously, they might want their nuclear missiles back. And their wind turbines. What's that one? Oh, sorry, what's happened? All right, mate, what's happened? What are you doing? Silly doggy. You get under my wheels. My dog's going under my wheels and my wheels are going over my dog. Did it nip you? Do that? Poor little Wally. Oh, dear. Look at me like that, fool. God. I've got to give him a treat now. Don't you, little? Right, yeah, not allowed your own democracy. Yeah, Scotland has been denied democracy. Which is true. Wave. Oh, hello, Sir Larry the Cat. I hope you're well. What, they let you out for pee? Paris, Dublin, Frankfurt, Madrid, Helsinki, Naples. Everyone will get a slice of London. I can't remember what it was. Was it something like 2 or 3 trillion a day? Euros being cleared through London. And obviously London as a city gets a percentage of that. Plus it allows for very fast transactions with other currencies. Jumping between 2 streams. Oh, it's another stream, is there? Who's live tonight? Do. I used to worry about checking if other people's streams on and stuff like that, but when I realised that no one was worried whether or not my stream was live, I thought, well, sod it. And in the day, I'd never get a chance to do it, so I thought to wing it. So there it goes, So, you only have one device. Oh, there, chicken tonight. So, the idea that we're going to be just jumping back into the EU is a little bit for the birds, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. I wish it wasn't, obviously. I wish it was to be easy. But, yeah. And there's a lot of animosity in the EU against the UK. Sorry, I say the UK. People don't look at it in detail, do they? All the nuances of it, or they just look at it, they just see the whole thing done. It's the UK is left, and they'll just blame the UK for everything. When really it's Westminster and also Nigel Farage who's caused a lot of mischief. So, can it be reversed? Well, not really. We can join, but we'd have to jump through hoops. We really would have to jump through hoops. So it ain't going to happen anytime soon. I don't think so, anyway. And we've got some pretty unscrupulous connections with people that the EU wouldn't be in too much favour of. Look what happened with Gardenos, like Boris Johnson and his Russian friends, and putting one in the blink. Well, that's all of a sudden democracy's gone, isn't it? But the FSB and the flipping House of Lords. Okay, well, it's FSB, but we don't know. Father's probably still KGB. Like Putin says, you never leave. No. And you can't ignore, like, the posters, Nigel Farage, posters, and a lot of the crikey stuff flying about the internet regarding, obviously, Facebook, stuff like that, and, all racist stuff. And And look at how racism has really just reared its ugly head again. The racists, well, they literally jumped out from underneath their stones. And they're foul. They're just foul. Oh, foul people. They really are foul people, aren't they? Let's be honest. Yeah, it's not just, it's just a few individuals. Unfortunately, it's a dance like more than anyone first imagined. And it's embarrassing. It really is. I think it's embarrassing. So the Brahman says that, show you on Twitter. Istanbul will make Britain the illegal immigrant capital of the world, of Europe. Oh, dear, these people. Oh, here we go. Nigel Farage trying to justify the fact that they haven't vetted their members. Reform paid a vetting company 144k to carry out candidate checks. Not a single piece of work was delivered. Colin Bloom has links to the Tory pay and has very serious questions to answer, he says. Oh, God. Sort of backtracking. Trying to justify himself. Blame somebody else. Why the hell aren't they actually doing themselves? Apparently 9,500 millionaires left the UK last year. They don't spend any blooming money in the UK. They just hoard money. You know, something like Richie Sunak is spending any bloody money. You know, he's hoarding it. And also bleeding it as well. Out of the country. Into his little what was it? Forgot the Cayman Islands or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are they in my feed? Oh well, I'm trying to find that post by the Reform Party. And for some reason, oh my god. No. Do you know who's filling in for...
Take it from him. If they try and put Biden in, Trump will win in an 82 million landslide. Not only will Donald Trump win in an 82 million landslide, but if they try and take it from him, if they try and put Biden in, I've spoken to great people in Portland, in Florida, and they say, we're all in, we're done. We will fight, we will join the militia, and we'll fight back. So,
Really?
Yeah, America's gearing up for the fight. There's going to be a showdown.
That's what I was always thinking. Like, we can't let it happen.
The storm is coming. It's really hot. Almost as hot as me.
The Q storm.
It's not as hot as you.
It's hot. Well, come on. The storm is coming.
Trump will win in an 82 million landslide.
Sorry, Gingers. We sent her over to you. There's another Marjorie Green for you. You need another one, don't you? You know? I wonder if this one does powerlifting. Oh, dear. Who doesn't realise that English are European? Of course they do. Is that aimed at me? Phil is a teacher and still doesn't have a clue what the hell is the single mark. I think he does. He just doesn't. He's not full, is he? Because that would be pretty foolish, wouldn't it? You know. Tax the rich bookers, yes. No, actually, no. I don't know. We need to make them, but encourage them to spend the money because then everybody benefits. That's what we need to do. Get them to spend the bloody money. If they offshore it, tax that. If we can find it, that is. Oh, I get your point now. Sorry. Europe has always hated the English. No, it hasn't. That's bollocks. UK's behaviour created the problem. Except, well, it did. But you've got to be careful, though, because it's not everybody in the UK. The problem is it's a minority of very loud people. And not all English people couldn't, think that way. They don't. They just don't. That's a little bit unfair. You label me as well. I don't think that. I don't hate Europeans. Actually, I'm European. But anyway, I don't hate continentals. Why would I? That's stupid. Betty Kershaw, hello there. Just come from... Oh, it was Regan, is he? Oh, crikey. It was Regan. You're awful, but I like you. Flush, wash hands. Ooh. A storm is coming. Oh, yeah. Diaper Donny has just done one. Diaper Donny. Yeah, apparently wear diapers. There. We need wealth redistribution of some sort. I agree. But I don't think it's something you can just go, oh, yeah, we'll take your money and move it over there. I don't think you can do that. I think what we need to do is make it advantageous for people to spend the money so we can get the economy working. So people just sit on their flipping money. What's the point? So, okay, there's interest and stuff like that. You got investments and stuff, but we need to encourage them to spend it. In other words, give them maybe tax breaks to spend it, but also more tax the hell out of them if they don't. But then again, you also think, what do you consider as somebody who's excessively rich? Would it have to be 1 million, 5 million? Million a lot, is it really? Not this day and age. I know I ain't got it, but 5 million, 10 million. Richie Sunak's millions. Do it have to be the richest? I don't know, 1%. Start. We need to make sure that companies such as Amazon are paying their VAT and their taxes, corporate taxes, in the country where they're selling the goods, instead of just wangling it. What they do, what they've done in the EU, they've pushed the costs up so high, which looks like they've probably shifted some US costs over there, so you don't have to pay any corporation taxes or in the EU. They didn't pay no taxes in the EU. That's just bonkers. What was it, about 60 odd billion or something? 50 or 60 billion in sales one year. I think I did a video about it about 3 years ago. And it's you didn't pay no taxes on that. It was all down to costs. It's just scamming it, aren't they? Using measures that allow them to do it legally. It's just wrong. I mean, those sort of things need to be changed, don't they? So we get more tax take. More tax takes, get people to spend the money, maybe get them to invest in building property even, social housing. Get one of their mansions and put some divisions in it and make it into some social housing, social apartments. Take care, Veriku. Owning a dwelling one doesn't live in needs to be taxed triple. I don't even think you need to do that. I think you need to obviously need higher taxes on people who've got second homes that they don't live in. What if somebody is living? If it's a dwelling, if it's empty, yeah, tax them. But I don't know how high you got to go with it. If you tax them while they're empty, they'll encourage you to put somebody in it, wouldn't it? What you've got to be careful is you don't end up looking like a communist state. You don't end up looking like China or something. Like a dictatorship. And do you really want to discourage people doing well, businesses and stuff like that doing well and wanting to aspire to be greater? Increasing their, obviously increasing their own wealth and what have you, and what needs to change is there. It's the greed, isn't it? I think it's just the greed. The idea of just hold on to that volume of money and assets, that level of greed, and not to have any not to do anything humbling, you know, for others. Which is a bit sad. We need to do something. Something has to be done. If you're interested in Rejoin, Chris Gray did a video that covers what's possible. Likely Brexit and UK election with Chris Gray. North Herts for Europe. Oh, okay. I'll look at that. Cheers, buddy. I think I've come across it before. Imagine when housing an asylum seeker becomes a tax credit. Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, good night, buddy. Okay, take care, buddy. One. A storm is coming. Right. You can take Katie off screen now. Thanks, Margs. I'm getting reflux. That was disgusting, wasn't it? Her face. It's like she's really coming on to him. Oh, God. That poor bloke. Look at this picture. Look at his face now. He looks really uncomfortable. Oh, no, thank you. Leave me alone. Stop squeezing my buttock. Oh, dear. These people. Oh. Can they keep her? Can you keep her, Gingers? Please keep her. So far, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge have proved useless as meeting people in real life. Oh, blimey. Try to get back on that one. There we go. Still trying to find that blooming thing. Then we've got George Galloway. Must get from bad worse. Oh, God, something wrong with him. What's wrong? Why does his eyes always look like he's been crying? Why is that? George Galloway wants the UK to withdraw from NATO. Dear me. He might be a bigger moron than Farage. Possibly. Oh, crikey, not that one. Not that one. No, it seems to have disappeared. Damn it. Oh, what was that? Just a second. Right, there we go. What the hell? Right, no. What's that? No, I ain't found it. Blinking hell. Oh my God. Have you seen this? There you go. It's a weird creature. Look at the state of him. What's going on? Who really wants to be...
Hi, folks. Boris Johnson here, urging everybody in Normanton and Hemsworth to vote for Alice Hopkin as your MP on July the 4th. The Conservative candidate, Alice Hopkin, she'll be an outstanding local MP. And above all, we vote for Alice. We'll avoid handing Labour a majority, or in fact even a supermajority, to take this country backwards. Higher taxes, more wokery, kowtowing to Brussels again, and, of course, more illegal immigration. Don't let Starmer get away with it. Vote for Alice Hopkin on July the 4th. Hi, folks.
He ain't looking good, is he? What the hell's going on there? I found it yet. The sheeple are running away from Richie Sunak. That's all done in that. That's what's happening. That is what's happening on July the 4th, Independence Day. It'll be all such as sheeple, all running away. We're no longer sheeple. No. All right, still haven't found that. What? There we go. Oh, no. Oh, crikey, that's not what I'm after. What? No.
So somebody on social media said, am I running an election campaign or am I on a pub crawl? Well, actually, when you've got beautiful pubs like this is Abbots Bromley in my constituency, I'm combining the two. So yes, it is a sort of a pub crawl, but that's where you meet local people. Combine good beer and good wine and meeting the constituents.
He's drunk, isn't he? He's got to be drunk.
So somebody on social media said, am I running an election?
He looks drunk. Back in the old chat. And I'll be cocking off in a minute. Clogging off! In Carpenter, Five Eyes Group is much closer to, than NATO, so I think the US would leave the nukes. Oh, crikey. To the UK. Blimey. What hat, Mrs. Hopkins, do you. Bojo looks like he had too much to drink. He does, doesn't he? He looks rat-assed. So did. Oh god, I don't want to say his name. Oh my god, Fabric. Right. So Kim Jong-un has been meeting up. Oh my god. With Putin. What? Right down there.
This is England and we're a Christian country. Everyone else who's coming into it wants to change it to their shithole. This is England and we're a Christian country. Everyone else who's coming into it wants to change it to their shithole third world country.
We're never going to get our country back, but we're going to fight for it.
To join the EU, are we?
This is England and we're a Christian country. Everyone else who's coming into it wants to change it to their shithole third world country.
We're never going to get our country back, but we're going to fight for it.
This is England and we're a Christian country. Everyone else who's coming.
Oh my god, these people. Oh, blimey. Embarrassing. I think I want to crawl under my stone. Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. Oh my god, it gets better worse.
To pick people up out of the boats and take them back to France. That will stop the deaths. That's the compassionate thing to do. That will stop the illegal trade. We know it works.
You can't do that.
We can do that. The Belgian authorities have been doing it off their own shores. They've been taking people back.
You just dropped them off on the beach.
France has legal international obligations under the UN.
Because of Brexit that we can't do that.
Under the 1982 UN Convention of Law at Sea, France has international obligations in order to pick people up and take back. They're failing in those obligations. We're entitled to do that. That's the kind thing to do. It will stop people dying.
Forced
we know
return
it works.
is illegal, of course. Just answer that, Nick Thomason.
It's a variant of the.
Why don't you do that then? Is it legal?
In order to pick people up out of the boats and take them.
Oh, these people are scary. Oh, there we come. No, I can't find it. Oh, how do things just disappear? Oh god, these people are so stupid. I'm so are we all like this? Are we all this stupid? Honestly? Oh crikey! This is obviously on question time.
I'm talking about non-essential immigration here. It's causing, obviously, putting a lot of pressure on the national health and police services. As a lone person, I'm starting to feel increasingly vulnerable. and I'm seriously considering moving outside of the UK. How are you going to encourage me to stay? Because I really want to.
Okay, well, I'm not going to circle back into legal immigration, but...
I'm talking about non-essential immigration here. It's causing, obviously, putting a lot of pressure on the national health and police services. As a lone person...
Oh, I mean, these people. The hypocrisy. That's what it is, anyway. No, of course I haven't. No. I wrote to Macron directly, and Britain has no permission to take anyone back to France. Of course they haven't. There isn't no permissions there. It's just rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. So if Richard likes to say that, he's just talking out his derriere. The problem is, people listen to him and they believe him. Which makes it even strange that people do. You know what? It makes you feel like you lose faith in humanity. That humanity. Doggies want treats. Oh, crikey. Right. Back into the chat. Putin takes Kim for a drive in his modern Russian car. Badass, he lived in the States. Ain't no Cadillac. Oh. Don't move her. Don't move. Don't move here, that place. Bill Silver, hope you well. Oh, message rejected. All a distraction, a show for the plebs before the election. Yes. But people do believe in it, you know. They're listening to them. Nigel Farage is gaining ground. He's gaining ground. If Labour doesn't manage to do what they need to do, they don't really pull their finger out before the next general election, we're going to see a hell of a rise of the right. Look what's happening over here, for instance, in France. What about wave machine? Oh, yeah, it's a wave machine. Oh, crikey, the wave machine. Oh, my God, yeah, it's reminded me. Yeah, you're right, the wave machine. That was pretty Mattel, wasn't it? Wave machines, they spent 50 grand on training the jet ski drivers up to shunt the boats back. Do you remember that? For God's sake. Obviously, it didn't take off, though. Maybe the ECHR has something to do with that one. People. It's like what's going on in Greece at the moment. I know it's been apparently gone for years. 40 people so far, what the BBC had reported on, have lost their life in Greece because the Coast Guard have been basically drowning them. People in the boats. Pushing them down with punching the boats with boat hooks and stuff. In some cases, they've actually taken them back from the Greece, the coast, back from harbour, and take them back out again to get rid of them. What the hell? You've got to tell me it's just the Coast Guard. You don't get away with that stuff if central government didn't think it was okay, would you? Or even local government. Putin takes Kim for a drive. We've done it already. What about wave machine? Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can only stand to be a Tory if you're a drunk. Seems to, yeah. Oh, dear me. There we come. Did you watch the YouTube video, The Spider's Web? Yes. We need at least a whole week of throwing Reform UK's obvious fascism in Farage's face. What we could do is we get a milkshake. We can shove it all in there and apparently they hurl really well, you know. It doesn't half make him uncomfortable. It does. When he when he stood up there with Steve Flynn and various others, when he was being made to look like a bit of an idiot by Steve Flynn, he did look very uncomfortable. Really, really uncomfortable. Okay, Vendetta, be good. Anyway, sorry, Marcus, but anyone listen to Tice needs a doctor. I know. Like any of them now, isn't it? You know? People voted for Boris Johnson because apparently he had this, you know,
We got an oven-ready deal, put it in the microwave.
No. You know, they voted for that. They were sensible people saying things like that.
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
A few more crazy people, right? These kind of people.
Coming over here, taking our jobs and our women.
Yeah. And, oh, God, they get sucked in, don't they? Yeah? And then what we've got to contend with now? We're going to have these flipping passport booths. Little monoliths undercover this little key. Crikey, it's going to take forever. You know, and they've got lorry drivers saying, no, we're not going there anymore. I'm not sitting in that car park for 20 hours. And you wonder why you got poisoned lettuce. It's probably been washed with poopy water, you know. Actually, come and think about it, you know, since... I'll be interested, they haven't told us yet, I'll be interesting to know if the lettuce was imported or if it was UK lettuce. Because we do get a lot of lettuce from the Netherlands. Now, you could argue that the time it takes to get across the channel now, the checks and isn't going to help. But that E. coli has got to come from somewhere, isn't it? Normally it sits in the gut of a human or an animal or something. That's where it likes to be. But we'll survive on rotting food. But the point about it being, if it's UK lettuces, are they washing it in poopy water or feeding it with pumped water from the rivers, which is quite possible. It's what they do over here, or reservoirs. But equally, with water runoff and what have you, the UK, there's nothing to stop the farmers now putting all their scrapings out of the cow sheds over the winter on the fields. Now, the EU had restrictions on that. You only had a certain amount of tonnage of this stuff onto the fields. The rest of it they had to get rid of. But now the UK can do whatever they blooming like, you know, the farmers can. So it makes you wonder if the E. coli is actually in that, because it's going to take a little bit longer than one season to rot down, isn't it? So, yeah. Because we're talking about feces, you know, cow poop, cow slops that have not rotted. You know, it's just got one winter on it, basically. Oh, let's stop at her house first. Reform voters can be placed into two categories: the ones who know they're basically fascists, and those too thick to know that they are. There's a bit more of the latter, to be honest. MCount does says EU seems to be planning to use AI lie detectors on the border. They have that's plan. That's what is in the plan. It's not like we're going to be asking loads of questions, but they look on facial expressions and stuff like that, nervousness and all sort of stuff as well. Yeah, that's going to cause problems. A little bit shifty. Yeah, so there's going to be that touch screen thing. So you've got to spread all the bacteria and stuff over all these people going through and do the touch screen. Everyone's going to end up with COVID again. Seems oven-ready meals ensure the UK food security now. Yeah. We haven't had food security in the UK, let's be honest, for about 200 years. We haven't, so... How the hell are we going to get food security? Okay, it's never been as bad as it is now. If we, let's say, for instance, in a state of war, where the hell are we going to get our food from? Everyone else will be holding on to it. They're not going to send it to the UK, are they? You know? You're going to need food security. How can you defend yourself if you haven't got food security? You can't feed the people. You know? With another potato famine. Need free pizza. Alright, anyway, it's time for me to go. I keep saying I'm going to go, don't I? In 2 hours, I was going to do an hour. I was actually only going to do an hour. That's what I said to the missus. I didn't do an hour. But now I am going to go. Anyway, it's a bit of a hangout in the chat. And thanks for joining us here today. And you know, we'll go live again later. And obviously we've got Sport Channel on Chow or whatever, Superfans and stuff like that. So, anyway, time to go press the buttons. Toodaloo, and thanks to the spanners. Be good. Oh yeah, you can check us out on our woodworking channel if you like, which is Wally Bois. Links should be in the description. Also, we're doing like rewilding here. We've had planting trees where you can have a Simon tree with name or memory of loved one, what have you. So yeah, we're still doing that. And just look, yeah, we're making progress again though, thank God. I have to cut that blinking grass. It's so flipping long. And Marcus, yeah, I know. Night, everybody. Take care. Be good.